So the operator said to me one day, "You know what is this?" I said, "No, what is this?" He said, "Is bomb shelter." I said, "Why do you have a bomb shelter?" He said, "During communist rule, all important facilities must have bomb shelter." I said, "Okay, interesting." A couple years later, I got to take a tour of the bomb shelter. That's what we're going to walk through and see today. It was moldy. It was built in the 70s, and it was meant for just a few days of occupancy. It wasn't ever meant to live in. So there's an air distribution system that pushes clean air throughout the facility. It's got redundant motors that I believe clean the radiation out of the air, the chemical pollution out of the air, and then they also have a way to just cycle fresh air through all the ducts. They have control dampers that let them move that air. And I didn't see any returns, so it looked like it was going to be a pressurized facility. All the instructions on the walls were in pictures so that you didn't really have to read anything. You could kind of follow along with what to do. And I think that's because the people that work at these plants don't really have reading skills. There were some nice rooms there that obviously the higher ups got to occupy, at least during drills. I don't think anybody would really occupy these facilities, this facility for more than just a week, and it really probably wouldn't last that long. I think this was the sick bay, and they had just bare tables that they would put victims of whatever the casualty were on there for examination and whatnot. This was entered into the generator room, and the emergency generator looks like it has just a big truck engine on it, something that we might see for a hotel or a hospital, maybe a small hospital. The exhaust looks like it goes up through a maybe a concentric duct to keep from having a hot surface on the inside. And the inlet for that room looks like it was from the air that came from the red pipes, possibly to be able to burn up some of the bad air instead of breathing it. Possibly because the amount of air that this engine consumed would be about equal to a third of the people in the building. So if it's a 500 cubic inch engine, pull in 4,000 RPM, it looked like about the same amount of air that 500 humans would be breathing. So they would run out of air pretty quickly. So I think they needed to get this air from another source rather than just what they were breathing down there. Didn't see any drains in this area of decontamination, so I'm not really sure why they had sinks. Not much room for 1,500 people.